this is a unique project that I'm super excited about because it really falls in line with a lot of the work that the district is doing as a whole in regards to following up on the district advisory committee's work of the years past, where they worked with lots and lots of community members to get feedback on a whole bunch of different types of subjects and whatnot. And one of those pieces that was repetitively put in front of us was facilities use and the facilities themselves as a priority of the community to make sure that they're adapting to the needs and also being maintained well. So with that being the backdrop, we have had a speaker that came to us that I put in the email link to everybody that was in the Tech Task Force that really talked about and reinforced authentic learning environments or opportunities. Anytime you get a chance to involve and engage students in learning that's actually authentic or real, that actually can have a real application and actually really get done rather than just be a fictitious exercise for the kids, is really going to increase student engagement and just have a wonderful waterfall effect. So this project is the very first one that I've ever been able to be part of. So I'm super excited about having the students be able to come up with in their minds what are some ideas of what a learning space would work for them. We have a lot of district change and meetings and mergers and a lot of things that are happening right now. So the timeline for this work, it couldn't be any better. So the structure of what we're doing today, I'm hoping to learn from. You have feedback surveys, so we'd love to understand which of the designs you liked. But I also want to talk about your feedback, perhaps in the next Tech Task Force meeting, about the structure of this and how we'd expand this and what was successful with engaging with this class and how would we perhaps move forward with engaging other classes. Would this one architecture class work with a marketing class or a media class or an art class? Would they work with the middle school? Would they be able to look at spaces in the elementary? Would they look at the library spaces? Would we actually be able to get them to work with the contractors that are going through proposals for us? To me, I don't see a ceiling in Fairport. One thing that they always do is really listen and want to work with students and hear from the students. So this is us putting together an opportunity for us to really get the students engaged in what's happening in Fairport. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Gianni, who's been really a key member in this project. And it takes a lot of work as a teacher to just stop what you're doing and just move in a different direction. And this is one gentleman that doesn't mind doing that, and it benefits all these kids. So thank you for doing that.
So thanks for having us. So we have representatives from 6 different teams from 2 of my full-year architecture classes. This is the entrance to room 123. It would be straight down the hall. That's a ramp that goes down towards the phys ed locker rooms, etc. Right? This is a hallway here. So that's a major intersection in the school. This is a hallway that goes down business, art, and technology class. So you can picture where that is, right? We have, when you walk in the room, it's as if you're going back in time, where this is the original high school. And so there's an L-shaped upper level, as you can see, which is not all that big, right? When you go down, there's this flight of stairs right there. You go down those stairs. As you go down, that's what you're going to see. And that is how the room was left by Jackie and Brenna on Friday. And funny, by this afternoon, it was rows of desks and chairs. But in any event, that is a nice size space, right? It has a whiteboard and a smartboard. You can see the computer that connects to the whiteboard, smartboard. And that's from the opposite side. So, kind of an older style room. Through this process, we've learned that a modern learning space doesn't really have a front of the room. Kind of like this space. There is no real front of the room. It's more of a fluid design, right? And so with that, If not for Jackie and Brenna from Design Space Studios, we wouldn't have reached this point. Our students put in a ton of time and effort in researching modern learning spaces. And so what we did, so you understand how this is going to work. Tom and I worked collaboratively. Bob Clark, fully supported, came in and spoke to our classes with the reality of financing and construction at Fairport High School. And so we put teams into 3 different design criteria. So we have 2 teams, the red and the white team. They could not move anything in the room. What they could do is paint walls, take down those big, gigantic boards you see right there that cover the railing, that kind of intrusive and block eyesights. And then we had the blue and green team, and they were allowed to moderately change the room. Nothing big, but also include new furniture. And then finally, the black and yellow teams, and they were given free rein. So they could just blank canvas, tear everything down, start from nothing. So those are the different design criteria. And the way today is going to work, the red team will present here. After the presentation, they'll give you a moment to ask questions. And then we will move you to the next presentation, which will be the blue team, and then the black team. And then we'll circle back again with white, then green, then yellow. Does that make sense? So that you have evaluation sheets, and we really appreciate your feedback, really looking forward to getting your feedback on each. And at any time, you know, stop the kids, ask questions. They put a lot of time and effort. They've done, I think, a really, really nice job with their presentation boards. This is software we have here at Fairport High School. This chief architect, a wonderful program. They measured the rooms themselves. I afforded no measurement. I didn't give them any measurements, and they were really not given a whole lot of detail as far as what or how to design. So these designs truly are theirs and collaboratively as well. So,
and how lucky are we to have Jackie and Brenna? And
no question.
And the role that they played, if you guys could describe your role a little bit?
Yes, that'd be perfect.
There's a structure that they provided.
A lot of these ideas, they came from them.
Sure, so we actually co-own Design Space Studios. We have backgrounds in architecture and commercial interior design, and this past fall we left our firm and started our own company focused on modern learning. So we got wind of this through Tom, and then Jackie explained how we partnered with each team.
So we actually had a whole class session where each team came in and we did a hands-on exercise where we showed precedent imagery of all different types of modern learning environments. And each team got to work together to create a summary board based on that and present back to us what they felt a modern learning environment was to look like and what's it feel like and how it can function. And I hopefully that helps stem a lot of their ideas and what we're going to see today. It's the first time we're seeing the boards and the presentation as well. And then we also did pair each team with a specific furniture manufacturer to just add another level of research and understanding of our product and things like that to use a practical product in each space. Because like Tom and Gianni were saying, that if we can do this here at Fairport, we actually already have the whole space designed and we can use the real product that the students are specifying. So very hands-on.
Thank you.
Sure, thank you.
Great, then enough from me, and we'll bring the red team up and let them introduce themselves, and we'll go from there.
I'm a junior in Fairport High School.
I'm Patrick White. I'm a sophomore.
And we have created the Raider Connection Room out of room 123. We were a part of the red team, and in our team, our constraints had been minimal construction whatsoever. So basically, no leveling the room, we could only add furniture. And our company that we had chosen was KI Furnishing. Go ahead. Okay, so we're going to go and explain each different learning space within our room. In the main part right here, we have the group presentation room, and in this space we can basically have a large group, basically presentation of, because there are different type of classes here that take place in this room, such as graphic design and architecture. Each of these desks also separate into individual working spaces, and they fold up to maximize flexibility. Also on the top right in this front area, it is made up of 3 different drawing tables that have a whiteboard surface material, so the students can draw on top of it. And these tables and chairs also fold up to go along the back wall to maximize flexibility. And in this top right corner, we had taken 2 different pieces of furniture and created a little independent working area so students can mellow out, get into their right mind space, and be able to create products that would be suitable for FHS. This area right here is when you first walk in, and this is the L-shaped entryway that our teacher had been talking about earlier. We also decided to include a vertical garden that is made up of English ivy, which is very hardy, very easy to take care of, requires minimal effort to water, and with the environmental club's help, we can help it grow so the students would be able to connect back to nature in our modern day work area. As you can see right up next to it, we had decided to put in a magnetic whiteboard cladding to be able to minimize a front of the classroom so we can have presentations everywhere. There's also, we had decided to stray away from using smart boards because in in Victor High School they have been deciding to eliminate the use of smart boards to in Victor High School, they had decided to eliminate smartboards as they are dying, seeing as how they have become basically unusable technology due to the inability to work with what we have planned in this day and age. So over in the left corner, you can see that we have a 72-inch flat screen touchscreen TV. As you move down into our room, we had decided to take out the wooden railing because it frankly didn't look good. So we decided to replace it with a glass fencing to just add aesthetic to it. We also have more of that glass cladding along the back wall for more presentation space. That's pretty much it.
So, why is the centers of the tables cut out?
Oh, because in order to create a flexible working space, we needed to figure out a certain table design, and within our company, the only tables that were available that would actually separate into individual desks that would fold had been only available in this hexagon shape. So in order for them to move together to form one geometric shape, they had to have the space in the middle. Are there any other questions?
So you can twist them around and create long rectangular tables, or it can be individual. That's neat. What kind of flooring did you choose?
We weren't able to use flooring.
Great. She already doesn't like me because of that.
Yes.
Would typically students have their own devices that they would bring to the class? And
Thank you for reminding me. Over along this back wall, around right here, we were going to, because underneath, those are in fact cabinets, we were thinking of removing the doors over on this side and putting in built-in laptop carts that would have charging stations, and they would just be made up of Google Chromebooks.
And as it is right now, this room does have a mobile laptop cart, so that it's dedicated to that room. And then there are some 10 larger computers, more like creation stations, where multiple kids could work on projects.
Yeah. The idea that you have the big screen TV, at least at work now, those of us that have laptops, we can just cast onto whatever screen. And it makes it really easy to share everybody's designs that way.
Exactly.
Do you guys do the casting now? Where you can, it's really great. Are there outlets in the floor now? I mean, existing?
Not on the floor.
So,
There are plenty all around the walls.
Are there any,
so the tables wouldn't have outlets? Okay.
are there any other questions?
That's good. Nice job.
Great job.
We'll give you a moment to complete the red team evaluation. And then we'll move over to the blue team when you're ready.
Yeah, I know you can do all of that.